Not even sure it's a tree. I think it's just a big bush.
Or a giant Muppet. I mean, it's so fuzzy.
Where do you think we are at? Would you guess Arizona?
I'm Scott.
I'm Alicia. We're in Camp Verde, Arizona, and we're here for a meetup with RV Miles.
Meet Jason and Abby in person.
We explore the beautiful area of Sedona, Arizona. Those big red rocks, all the epic hiking trails you can imagine. Visit the coolest airport we've ever been to. See amazing ruins of ancient civilizations.
And today we get to see a live recording of an RV Miles podcast.
They're taking us behind the scenes with them. We're very excited to see how this works. Stay tuned. You'll get to see some for yourself.
All right, here we go.
We're currently at 3,900 feet. Our gas stop is at about 5,500 feet. And we're gonna have to go up over 7,000 feet before we dip back down to Albuquerque. We have just a few hills ahead of us.
We were able to meet up with Scott's uncle and his cousins and have a fantastic time visiting with them overnight. Oh, and we also got to scout out for our future stay at the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta campgrounds. We are so excited about that upcoming event. The store is magic. There's balloons that just appear. It is the balloon store.
When in Albuquerque, balloons and burritos.
Scott's cousin recommended that we try this place called Stripes, and I am so glad that we did.
Wow. I think each one of these weighs about a pound. This is just crazy.
Chorizo, please.
Chorizo.
Chorizo.
Meat lovers.
Nom nom.
This is delicious.
We loved it so much that we got one for the road.
This was our first urban harvest host. Had to break out the generator. Pretty nice, not too much traffic noise, road noise, and not a bad view, right? Little convenient stop before we hit the road. Last day of travel. Sedona, Arizona. Here we come.
The problem with all this scenery is it makes you want to stare out the side window and not necessarily, you know, the direction I need to be staring.
Even the reflections in the rearview mirror are epic.
Wow. Take a look on ahead on the right. I love this type of terrain.
And after hours and hours of driving saying, wow, beautiful, we finally arrived our first stay at an RV resort. We had no idea what we were getting into. Whoa. This place had pools and pickleball courts and a laundry that was out of this world. You might as well enjoy yourself. It was an RV resort.
Look, baby. I got you swag. You wanna wear it? She looks good.
Artificial grass is weird.
I don't know if she's really liking it, or it looks like a giant area rug, but artificial grass. It's new for her.
Yeah, a lot of
I'm trying to figure audio out. Give me a second here. Check.
Yeah, I think the camera needs to go a little. Y'all, this is every episode. You sure about that? Yes.
Why don't you listen to me? I heard it too.
It's so polished on YouTube.
Like I said,
Now you know
heavily edited. Heavily edited.
That looks good. Ready?
Yes, sir.
All good. Okay. This week, our friends from Stressless Camping, Tony and Peggy Barthel, plus we talk about what 2022 is going to look like. This is the RV Miles podcast. Welcome to episode 217 of the RV Miles podcast. I'm Jason.
And I'm Abby, and we are two full-time travelers who have been crisscrossing North America since 2016 on one epic road trip. Here at RV Miles, we talk all things RV and outdoors, from travel destinations to industry news, our national parks, and so much more.
We are coming to you from Camp Verde, Arizona, in front of a live campsite audience. We are at our meetup, our first meetup. We've been having a blast. Today is the last day, but we've been having campfires and circle chats and stuff like that, and it's been a blast.
It's been beer. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I give away your fresh tank? I'm sorry. It has been an incredible 4 days. We cannot thank everyone enough that's here. We'd also like to thank Verde Ranch RV Resort for hosting this. They have just been the perfect place to kick off what we hope will be the first of many to come. We sit in a campsite all the time, every single day, you know, and it's boring, but this has been, and I mean that, and I love you. Happy birthday. You are always thinking about your family, even on a day when you should be thinking about yourself. So I just wanted you to know how much the kids and I value you and appreciate you. So happy birthday. Sorry for saying I thought you were boring earlier. I didn't mean it. And that's it. Until next week, be well. Thank you so much for watching or listening, and keep logging those RV miles.
Bye, everybody.
That was really good.
And that's nap time. Thanks, everybody.
Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
It's definitely gumbo weather here at Camp Verde. Making our first gumbo in the RV. It's 1.5 pounds of butter, equal weight flour, and then you just keep stirring and stirring and stirring. It's got a ways to go. It's only a blonde right now. We're going for a much darker roux. This is right to the limits of what this pan is capable of. It's getting close to the edge. And we're getting a little color. We're on our way. So a little taste of Louisiana for all the people who came for the meetup from all over the country. Hopefully they enjoy. And to celebrate Jason's birthday. A gumbo starts with butter and flour. It's basically a birthday cake, right?
Got 12 quarts of gumbo goodness ready for a party.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Just blow that out.
The puppy needed to get out, so we're going on a quick day hike to Montezuma's castle. Let's go see a castle.
We encourage you to think beyond ancient stone walls and vacant rooms to the remains of a once vibrant village.
The diorama was opened in October of 1951 when they stopped letting people go up into the castle. And yes, in the 40s and early 50s, you would climb 3 wood ladders. There's a partial wall attached to the right side of the tower, and you'd walk into the tower behind that wall. They don't go up just to go up. The rock is limestone. The more you walk on it, the more it crunches. 10 of them are living space and 10 of them are storage. So the average living space might be the size of a small bedroom. These people, we don't truly know what they called themselves or what language they spoke, but the Hopi believed these people to be their ancestors. There was a 7-room building on that hillside at one time. Because it doesn't have any protection, it came down. Montezuma Castle is protected by the overhang of the rock. So 90% of Montezuma Castle is still in its original form. We did have to replace almost every roof because rocks do fall. Took out a half of a wood beam, and you know, these wood beams are almost 800 years old, so that had to be a hefty rock to actually take out part of the wood. 3 big questions that we get here. Well, one of them is why build up? And again, that was because this is a floodplain, it flooded often. And because it flooded, it brought nutrients to the land. So it was really good farmland. Biggest question we got, how'd they get up there? They made ladders out of this large white tree, which is an Arizona sycamore, which are looking extremely pretty today because they are changing colors. Why the name Montezuma? Well, this was rediscovered by a soldier from our fort here in town, Camp Verde, but he had been down to Mexico in the war and had seen Aztec cliff dwellings. So when he came upon this, he believed it to be Aztec. So he named it after the Aztec Montezuma. Well, the Aztecs were never this far north, but the name drew visitors. Still named Montezuma. Someday they're gonna allow me to wear a shirt that says they climbed up ladder. Facebook and Instagram both have Bark Ranger pages.
Oh, there you go.
Where people post pictures of their Bark Ranger at all the different parks. I don't even own a dog, and I belong to those pages because
Just
they're
to
just
see 'em.
amazing. You have to tell your humans to pick up after you if you should mess in the park.
Oh, we got that
That's
covered.
the B, bad. A is you must always remain on a leash. Okay.
Oh, we got that covered.
R is you need to respect wildlife, so no chasing the lizards. And K is nowhere to go, so you need to stay on the trail. So that's bark.
It's like, I can do that. That's a wrap. The meetup is officially done. Everybody's hooking up. Ready to head out.
See you next time, guys. Y'all have fun. You too. Great meeting you all. You too, man. Take care. It was a whole lot of fun getting to meet up with
RV Miles.
Jason and Abby. Were amazing. This was wonderful.
We couldn't have asked for a better first meetup. The gumbo was a big hit.
You made an amazing gumbo.
It's all gone, so that's a sign that you've made a good gumbo.
I saw a few people going back for seconds, thirds, and even more, so that's
Hey.
a great sign.
I'll take that compliment.
I'm just enjoying being able to geek out over RV tech stuff. This is awesome.
He was bouncing, all the ideas.
It actually works so much better whenever you bounce ideas off of people and you get new tips, new tricks, new hints, and it's just amazing. That's how everybody gets better. I'm looking at something along those lines, maybe not for a flagpole, but for antennas. And
so you can do that. You can attach your MiFi or whatever.
Exactly.
Off these things. So it got it as high as I could possibly get it to try to get a signal because the MiFi is all self-contained.
Right.
It had its own battery or whatever. I just literally took black tape and taped it to the top of that pole, and then I zip tied it. And once I zip tied it, I could grab it and extend it up as high as it would go. And we just left it out there during the day. At night, I had to come out and pull it down and take it off. And if we're really getting decrepit signal, I'd pull the booster out. But the thing with the booster is that a lot of times it doesn't help you. Some people run them all the time, but from what I understand from following Technomadia and listening to other stuff, about 20% of the time it may help you.
Technomadia is who I've been using for most of my reference.
People came from all over the country, and I don't know if we could have met any more people if the meetup was bigger, so we really appreciate the intimacy of this meetup.
It was the first meetup that Jason and Abby hosted as RV Miles.
So how could we resist that?
They kept it to where you could actually get to know all the people who were there. I mean, we've made some great friends.
The wonderful thing is now we're all connected, and it really is a community.
You guys have a safe trip. It was so good to meet you.
We came for the meetup. Now we're staying an extra day so that we can finally go on some hikes. Because when you're talking to this many people, I mean, they're the attraction. I think someone's saying, dog park, please.
Dog park, please? You want to go get sniffs? I need sniffs. Give me the sniffs. You liked playing with Ocean, didn't you? It's the secret mountain wilderness. Don't tell anybody. wait. I'm gonna go all Captain Morgan.
We've already seen a bobcat, and we're not like half a mile on the trail. It was so cool. Like y'all are traveling with y'all's own soundtrack.
It's the tone, you know?
Love it. I don't know what they were playing, but seemed appropriate for the setting. Just an aura of music around them, and like about 200 feet on either side.
Vista's there. Vista's there. There's no bad view on this trail.
This trail has lots of shading, but it's also narrow, so that when people come back, because it's a there and back trail, you gotta step to the side. Excuse me. Hey, you gonna let me pass? You let me pass? We'll see how long that lasts for. She likes to scout out front. That lasted like 3 seconds. That'll teach us for not loading all trails before we left the city. Now we just have to stop and ask for directions the good old-fashioned way.
Okay, go up there about 30 minutes, roughly.
Okay.
And be looking for a big tree on the left, and right past it, there's a clearing where there's a bunch of little rocks. If you look at
Just keep.
Okay. Just keep going up.
Okay, thank you very much. When all else fails, ask someone with a walking stick. They seem to know what's up.
Trail has entered skinny mode. And there's a little rock that says Subway.
Blink and you miss it. You gotta know what you're looking for.
Subway this way.
We must have asked like every single person that we came across. You been to Subway? Is this the way to Subway?
Yeah, yes, it is. When you get up a hill over here, hard right up the hill.
Okay, go to the right.
And then when you get up there, there'll be two trails that split. It doesn't matter which one, they both lead up to the
Around.
top.
Awesome.
Okay, thank you so much.
Every person we ask adds a little more detail.
Eventually, we'll get the whole story.
This is the creek we were just in. We're off the map. We be in uncharted waters now. That's up to the top of some other mountain. We're looking for Subway, which is up this way. We're almost done to climb, it looks like. This tree took a lightning strike, but it's still growing. There you go, buddy. Keep on going. That view is wow. And there she is down there. Hey.
I got distracted by some awesome branches.
These branches are like out of this world.
That way. Subway's right up there. You got it?
That's the way to do it, man. Just sliding down.
There's a lot of places in Sedona if you don't know how to do the butts.
Okay, time for me to play catch up. Second part's much easier. First part I needed both hands. Oh wow. Look at that view.
The high route looks like it's easier, but the low route is actually easier. Go to mama.
Baby. Oh, my little mountain goat.
You want to see something impressive? Take a look across the canyon. Doesn't it look like heavy machinery made all of those marks, those boulders and rocks that was carried with glaciers and just carved this canyon open?
That's so cool.
They made lots of fires in here. You can still see all the ash on the ceiling.
Ancient campfires.
Come see.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think that's modern. I think that's hundreds of years old. Wow, that is so cool.
Don't touch.
I'm not touching.
I walked by those pictographs like, what, three or four times?
4 times,
Just
yeah.
saw them. It's all about the right angle. We saw pictographs. There's a secondary path that's least traveled. Everybody's going for the rock spot. They made it. It feels like quite an accomplishment getting up that rock. We came the less traveled way down, and
yeah, much easier.
Much easier. I'm paying that forward. Telling everybody about that shortcut down. This is the subway trail. You'll find it on all trails, but make sure that you download the trail before you actually get out to the Sedona area or out of the Sedona area, because you won't have reception, and then you'll just have to follow rocks on the ground that have arrows. But that's how we found it, so you can find it too. Beware the cactus, my love.
She got by it.
You can feel the temperature dropping with the sun.
The sun dropped, the temperature drops. Okay, we got a slope here. This is where we make a hard left. If we don't, we end up on top of another mountain, not back at the truck. Important distinction.
Turn left. Oh, are you okay?
My legs are fine. My back hurts. I pinched a nerve in my left shoulder, and yeah, that made things scream a bit. Yeah, that hot tub is gonna make worlds of difference. Ow. And she's getting really excited at the end of the trailhead, but I think what she's smelling is more wildlife coming out because, well, it's dusk now.
You like the sand? It's a good view, right?
Oh, the view is, yeah. Yeah, the view is, yeah.
How's the heat feel on your back?
Amazing. My back isn't screaming right now.
Feels so good after a long hike.
Hot tubs are wonderful.
We are headed to one of Scott's bucket list places.
It may be a little windy here. I think we're on top of a mesa.
We're here at the airport in Sedona. I've been wanting to come here since I was a kid. This airport is just absolutely crazy because whenever you take off, you're running down the runway, you lift off the ground, and then all of a sudden, the runway ends, the ground ends, and you're 500 feet in the air with only climbing like 30 feet. It's wild. The windsock not only gives you an indication of where the wind is coming from, it also tells you how strong the wind is. Airplanes' wings don't care about what's happening on the ground underneath them. They care about how the wind is moving over the wing. So if you take off into the wind, you get a lot more wind going over the wing in the same distance. Whereas if you take off with the wind to get that same amount of air going over the wing, you have to have much longer runway. It's like 1.5 times, upwards of 3 times as much, depending on how much wind there is. Goes.
What? I spotted an airplane before him?
I know, it's amazing.
It's like I've been training for this.
Cirrus SR-22 that's about to take off. This is just amazing. I may be a little excited. That's at SR22. You just circled around. So what you do whenever you're coming out of a low area, going over high mountains, is you do a circle climb so that you get altitude where it's clear, and then you can go over the hills. And this airport is on top of a mesa, but there's still higher things around us. I can sit at airports all day long.
And we'll be here. There's food right next to the airport at Mesa Grill.
And it's supposed to be pretty good food too. We'll find out.
He may be ordering a $100 hamburger.
That's what it's called. It's only $18.
No, it's $100. We'll explain more later.
I recorded that Mooney taking off, and I'm pretty sure I got a wonderful shot of the runway underneath the airplane.
It's kind of bright out here.
Just a little bit, just a little bit.
My role, my job is lookout. They're so quiet. Jet on the move. I did my job. I'm gonna have to hide if I'm gonna actually figure out my order, because like airplanes keep taxiing down the runway and I'm completely distracted, and I'm just gonna hide until I figure out what I'm ordering. So I'm gonna hide.
Yep, there's another one taxiing, getting ready to take off soon.
Oh my goodness. Oh, he got some wind.
And there's another one. Yes,
That,
I'm happy.
Like you have this beautiful like reflection behind you.
Oh wow, you have two ridge lines behind you.
It's nice, huh? It's a nice view. Our dog is officially spoiled. Our waiter's the best. He brought you delicious treats. You get beef jerky. What you gonna do for it? Sure. Oh, there you go.
Just below the edge of the airport, they have an amazing trail.
Please close gate to keep deer off airport runway. Curious how quiet it's going to be on the other side of the mesa.
We can definitely hear Sedona traffic. But then again, we can also hear propellers for planes that are starting up at the airport.
Some sounds are better than others. That's Bell Rock over there. I think that's Cathedral. Yeah. There's no words. There's no words.
Just views.
And it was beautiful. We got to see airplanes taking off at the end of the runway because we were hiking right below their takeoff point.
We heard nothing, and then all of a sudden, there was a jet.
Coming right off the end of the Mesa runway.
It was breathtaking.
The trail stays below the rim of the airport just for safety's sake. They want the hikers to be well out of the way of airplanes in case anything happens.
I like safety.
Okay, I missed that.
Because you were looking down. You gotta look up.
Wow, well, you gotta look down or else you'll run into some prickly pear.
Or off the side, you know, of a cliff.
Oh yeah, that too.
There's not a bad view.
He's straight up.
Oh.
In essence, the loop has us walking the length of the runway as we go down one into the mesa, around the end, and back the other way. Okay, let's get you some more.
Okay, they left a little bit of their heart and soul on this trail.
And you say I have bad puns?
Oh, you know. I gotta let out a good pun every once in a while when it crosses my path.
Well,
You see what I did again?
I knew I married you for a reason, at least one of many. Gumbo, puns.
Mwah. I think all of the pilots are having lunch right now at the grill. And when you take off, you go right over the valley.
He's coming in for a landing too.
Everybody wants a burger. I feel like I hear one, Scott. Oh my gosh, there's multiple.
Those are World War II military.
This is a fantastic hike. It gives you such good views of all of the named rocks in the area. There's Bell Rock over there. And needless to say, Scott was beaming. Thank goodness his back felt better so that we could do this hike, because he was in pilot heaven.
Is he coming in?
He's coming in for a landing. He just cut power. Notice how he flies a much tighter pattern, a lot closer in than the jets do.
One day, we will take that flight pattern. It's gonna be an amazing day. Oh, Dakota, it's a pilot corgi. You wore the right outfit for today. I love it. We ended up coming back to the Mesa Grill a second time. They have a completely different lunch menu, and we enjoyed the dinner menu so much that we came back and had lunch a few days later.
Apparently 3 o'clock here is a very busy time.
Oh my gosh, they're crisscrossing. What a show.
I finally saw the cross section of this burger. Wow.
They call it $100 because pilots fly in and it's like fuel plus the burger, but it's not really $100. There's a crisp hiding under there. This was such a great little spot. I highly recommend it, but make reservations.
The crowds were largest at lunchtime, and they're going to pick up again around sunset. We've heard this place gets absolutely packed to see the sunset over the mesa. We will be back.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm Alicia.
I'm Scott.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about. Wait!
Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys.
Don't
assume there's gonna be laughter.
I want the groans for the makes it really bad.
Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, these winds are strong. Food for thought. Whenever you fly a drone, you have a 400-foot max altitude. Apparently that registers from where you start flying.
Uh-oh. How did that? Dakota, you say bye-bye?
That's not bad. That's a pretty good view for $3.
That's a good deal. I don't think the horseshoe things were meant for that, but...
Hey, it works.
Now we're actually running on time.
I'm not running as late.
Thanks for joining us. Time to leave the airport. I'm Alicia.
I don't want to leave the airport.
From the beginning.
Thanks for tuning in.
And coming along on our first meetup.
And our first RV resort. We're gonna enjoy the hot tub. See you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Click the notification bell and join us in our next video where we continue our journey out west
And explore 1,000 feet below the ground in the caves at Carlsbad Caverns National Park.
It's a video you won't want to miss.
Hey!